Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Black Ops 7 seemingly is getting even larger according to some new gameplay information that was detailed earlier on this week. We've actually gained a bunch of new information on multiplayer elements, different design stuff from Charlie Intel, who was able to actually go out to Treyarch and get some exclusive information that they've been posting throughout the week. We also have some pretty interesting new rumors that could be pretty exciting as well. So lots of detail here today. Let's start first with something that I'm particularly interested in for this year that I think is going to be very telling of the year as a whole. Charlie Intel initially reports on this, saying Treyarch acknowledges that not having weekly challenges in Black Ops 6 was a miss. And I wholeheartedly agree. This is one of my biggest complaints with this game, is that post-launch just completely dropped the ball. I'll say it time and again. I have said it time and again. Launch for Black Ops 6 was fine. Like, this game was going along nicely. Yes, it had still cheating issues. It had some bugs and glitches, but like, gameplay was fine. The content was good. The general sentiment around Black Ops 6 at launch was just fine. It was good. And then the second that season 1 dropped, that started the downward spiral where the game just started feeling very lackluster, very monotonous. Even though we were getting updates, the content just didn't seem all that exciting. And by comparison to MW3 just a year ago, it really dropped the ball severely, I would say. They go on to say it just wasn't something that we had on our radars, and by the time that we realized that it wasn't, shoehorning it in didn't necessarily make sense. So essentially, by the time that they realized how well weekly challenges were going over in Modern Warfare 3, it was too late into the Black Ops 6 development for it to actually get put in and function as intended. They could have maybe scrambled to get it in, but then the rewards might not have been very good. The actual challenges themselves might not have been that good as well, or actually enticing or anything like that. So it didn't make it to the game. Obviously, when you're splitting time between developing Black Ops 6 and Black Ops 7, and then something comes up last minute like the success of weekly challenges and how good this was for the game, they don't necessarily have the time to do that. So again, it comes back to maybe having the same studio develop back-to-back games was a terrible idea, and it's just proven to backfire in a lot of ways so far. But this means, while it of course made Black Ops 6 suffer a little bit more and it diminished the quality of Black Ops 6, Black Ops 7 is changing this in a pretty major way, actually. So here is this new report from Charlie Intel, and this has me very curious for the consistency, if this is something they're going to keep up season after season, or if this is just for season 1, which, as we've reported on already, is going to be apparently the biggest season for Call of Duty ever. Charles says, with weekly challenges in Black Ops 7 Season 1, every week has 6 challenges. For multiplayer, zombies, Warzone, and even Endgame is going to have its own specific challenges. So if you want to go through that and just do it as like a PvE thing, might be a little bit more, easy going there, a little bit less stress-free as opposed to, multiplayer, Warzone. Just depends on the challenges ultimately, but you have to complete a total of 6 across all modes. So you can do, 2 in multiplayer, 2 in zombies, 1 in Warzone, 1 in Endgame if you wanted to knock out your 6. You could do 3 in multiplayer, 3 in Warzone, never touch zombies or Endgame, right? If you really wanted to, doesn't matter. But you do 6, you're going through. It'll be just like the weekly challenge system we had in Modern Warfare 3. Here's where it gets interesting though. Season 1 is going to be a 9-week long season. The weekly challenges will offer 2 new weapons, new streaks, attachments, plural there, blueprints, and 2 universal camos. We've heard how essentially there will be like 1 camo at one point in the weekly challenges, and then 1 at the very end if you go through and do all of them. So this is much more expansive than just Modern Warfare 3's, where we had the aftermarket parts and whatnot, and then obviously the camo at the end of the season. This is going to be the base battle pass introduces maybe 2-3 new weapons. The weekly challenges will introduce another 2 new weapons. Maybe you get another new one at the mid-season update as well. So that's 5, maybe 6 new guns in the first season alone, on top of new streaks available through these challenges, new attachments, which may be like aftermarket parts. They may just be more basic stuff. New blueprints, don't really care too much about those. And then multiple camos per season. So they're taking the MW3 model, which in my opinion was phenomenal, and they're actually bringing it up a notch. They're stepping it up and making it even better with more valuable content to unlock here. Now, that's not to say every single new weapon is going to be good, or every single new streak is going to be useful. Like in multiplayer, those are obviously useful, but in Warzone, might not be using the streaks that much. Blueprints, again, really case by case scenario. Some might look cool, some are absolutely awful with the builds that they give out, but I really do like the change in the upgrade for this system. It's just a matter of Are they going to do this just for season 1, or is season 2 going to see the same level of content output and consistency? Will that carry to season 3, season 4, so on and so forth? If they can do that every single season, what essentially we're going to have here is the MW2 to MW3 scenario, where MW2 had a lot of hype and it dropped the ball immensely, and then MW3 had little hype, but it actually turned out to be the far superior product in terms of quality and definitely quantity. Black Ops 6 had a lot of hype going into it. It dropped the ball immensely. Black Ops 7 could pick that up with less hype because it's going to be viewed as like a DLC or an extension or whatever, but it might actually be the better game overall because they had the year to learn and figure out what they did wrong and what would really resonate well with the community. I don't like this model. It's essentially saying, hey, pay $60, $70, $80, $90 for a beta test game in the form of MW2 and Black Ops 6. And then the next year when we have the sequel to it, MW3 and Black Ops 7, well, then we'll have everything sorted out and we'll have a better content pipeline and we'll have a better approach to gameplay and design there. It's not a good model for us, the players, at all. I don't think it's a very good model for the devs because it's spreading them a little bit thin, I would say, especially in this case of Treyarch doing back-to-back, but it does mean Black Ops 7 could be looking at a way better scenario here. And by the way, as we are going through the various new details that we've got on Black Ops 7 and some interesting leaks as well, if you guys enjoy the video, a like rating is always seriously appreciated. It really does help grow the channel, and share the video around it to new viewers. And if you happen to be one of those new viewers, maybe you have not subscribed yet, we should change that. I always got you covered with everything you need to know for Call of Duty, with obviously some very, very important weeks coming up here, with next in just a few days time leading up to the beta as well. So lots you guys are going to want to be informed with and stay up to date with. Feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications so you never miss a video. So next up here, we actually have even more details about the cosmetics and the identity of Black Ops 7. This has obviously been a big focus for Call of Duty recently, talking about how they want to stick more to Call of Duty's core identity, maybe tone down the ridiculousness, the craziness of skins and whatnot. We talked about this a little bit earlier on this week. Treyarch now says there could still be some cosmetics that maybe push the bounds of the Black Ops identity in Black Ops 7, but with far more consideration compared to Black Ops 6. Their quote says, "Our intention is to stick to stuff that we can, hand on our heart, say, yeah, that feels like Black Ops." So like you look at Black Ops 6, are the Ninja Turtles really Black Ops? Is Beavis and Butthead really Black Ops? No. Now, maybe there are some characters that are a little bit flashier with their skins and it is a little bit more futuristic, so they might look a little bit crazier, but it does seem, based on all their words so far, that they are really trying to stick more to the actual Call of Duty identity here, but these are still just words. We have to see the action, and that'll come with launch, then even more so shortly thereafter, season 1, season 2, season 3, when the store opens up, and we really see just how much they really mean they're sticking to the identity here. We'll know very early on, and it'll be very apparent in my opinion. And then lastly, here we do have a new rumor or a leak from the Ghost of Hope, which could be pretty fun if it ends up panning out. Hope says, rumor, Get High is going to be returning for Black Ops 7 for 4/20 next year. Now, of course, this is like the parkour course LTM from Modern Warfare 3 that actually went over incredibly well, so much so that there are plans to actually extend this in the future as well. And I'm just saying, with Black Ops 7, you know, you have wall jumps. That's very much so a parkour feature. You've got omni movement, a little bit more advanced in terms of a map that's made solely around movements than Modern Warfare 3, which is just like tack, sprint, slide cancels, and some jumps. Omni movements and wall jumps could actually work perfect for an LTM like this and for maps like this. So, well, it's obviously not the core gameplay of COD by any means. It's a really fun thing just to sort of mess around with, maybe warm up your movement for the day and go for some maybe challenges, aftermarket parts, camos, whatever they end up offering as rewards through this mode if there's any specific events for it or something like that. So certainly one that I think could be pretty fun there. But it does appear that Black Ops 7 is getting larger in terms of content, hopefully quality as well, with more focus on the actual identity of the game and correcting the mistakes of Black Ops 6. We're going to hold them accountable. If they follow up with their word, fantastic. That should be the expectation. If they don't, I have many videos I plan on making calling them out on their shenanigans like we have been for the past year or so. So time's going to tell if all this does end up coming to fruition and remaining true. Hopefully it does. If it does, should be good news for the game. That said, that's going to wrap things up. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that like button. And if you're new here, feel free to subscribe on your way out as well. Join us on the road to 1 million subscribers. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy. Have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.